India Today group is right now in Tehran, and while moving on the streets of Tehran, we are going to show you a very interesting point. We are in the Taleqani Street. Taleqani Street is one of the most prominent street. You can see the Iranian flags over there on every street. But one more interesting point which I'm going to show you is this building, this particular structure. Earlier before 1979, it's basically a U.S. embassy, but it turned to be a museum after that. And you can see now everywhere on this building, you can see cartoons of making a mockery of U.S. systems or U.S. government have been displayed on the street of this particular street, and you can see these kind of sculptures on the walls of these U.S. embassy. This is a very interesting point because this shows what exactly the Iranian society and the Iranian government think about the U.S., especially the U.S. embassy and the diplomats. From 1979, there is no diplomatic relation, direct diplomatic relation between U.S. and Iran. And after this point, when during the 1979 revolution, all the diplomats have been kept in the cages for a very long period, at least for 1 year or 2 years in Iranian society, and then the negotiation happened and then they have been released. But now the embassy is turned into the museum, and the Iranian government claimed this U.S. den of Espionage museum. That means a spying base from where the U.S. diplomat is doing a spying on the Iranian government and making working on the basically regime change in that particular time. So now it's a very interesting point when we have seen that again there is no diplomatic relation between U.S. and Iran, but at the time when the conflict has already we are showing in the diplomatic issues between the Iran and the U.S. So this point is very interesting. While entering to this U.S. embassy, which is now a museum in Iran, we have noticed a very interesting thing. You can see right behind me, they have made some stall, and it's basically just to showcase how during 1979, when this embassy was evacuated or have been captured by during the Iranian revolution, that particular time the Iran has captured few of the diplomats from the U.S. side. So for a very long period, at least for more than a year, the negotiations happened between both the countries, between Iran and U.S. But nothing have been come to the conclusion. So during that particular time, on 24th of April 1980, U.S. have launched a massive operation, a military operations in which RH-53 helicopters and C-130 transport aircraft have been sent to to evacuate or to rescue all these American diplomats. But something happened, and the helicopters and the aircraft have collided. So all these parts of that particular accident or the collision have been kept here just to showcase that what exactly the history says on Iranian soil. You can see Ayatollah Khamenei visit to the Tabas, where this accident or this crash happened in 1980 after the failed U.S. military operation. Basically, U.S. has been planning to evacuate all these diplomats via military operation, but they are failed. So as a failed operation, the Iranian authorities have captured all these equipments or the parts of that accident here to showcase their masses or the local citizens. And what important is, while we entered all these locations, we just wanted to show you how the society thinks about the U.S. pressures and how the government is presenting why there is a sense that again the U.S. is not going to do anything because the society is such a strong society in Iran. So these kind of things, because this embassy is now turned into the museum, so these kind of things we have been showcasing you from Tehran.